Hello, welcome to Legal Learning. My name is Margaret Kosick. I'm a senior attorney with Coast to Coast Legal Aid, and today we're going to discuss updates to healthcare access. Next. We provide legal advice and limited assistance, as well as representation in appealing denials of eligibility for health coverage or denials of medical services and prescriptions. We work with Medicare, Medicaid, long-term care, institutional care, health insurance marketplace, otherwise known as Obamacare, and hospital financial assistance. Many people get Medicaid and Medicare mixed up. Medicare is federal health insurance for seniors 65 and over, those receiving SSDI benefits for 2 years, and individuals with end-stage renal disease. You may be familiar with the various parts, Part A, Part B, Part D, and Part C, which is the Medicare Advantage plan that it combines those parts. Medicare covers COVID-19 testing with no out-of-pocket costs, as well as antibody testing. It also covers all medically necessary hospitalizations, including quarantine. However, individual or beneficiaries have to pay hospital deductibles, copays, and coinsurance that applies. Medicare covers the COVID-19 vaccine. It has also temporarily expanded its coverage of telehealth services and covers virtual check-ins and doctor communications through online portals. Medicaid is free health insurance provided through a federal-state partnership to people with low income. There are several types of Medicaid, but the one most people think of is the full coverage Medicaid. In Florida, you have to fit into a particular category in order to qualify. So you have to be a pregnant woman, a parent caretaker, blind, disabled, a child, or 65 and over. Under the Affordable Care Act, if your projected income for 2021 falls within the limits below, you may be eligible to enroll in affordable coverage through the health insurance marketplace. These are 2020 numbers, but they apply for 2021. So for example, an individual with income between $12,760 and $51,040 should be eligible for low-cost coverage. Open enrollment for 2021 coverage was November 1st to December 15th. President Biden is actually expected to sign an executive order today for health insurance marketplace special enrollment period due to the coronavirus pandemic. This new SEP is expected to be February 15th until May 15th, 2021. Check the news for exact details on that. Under the Affordable Care Act, Medicaid was expanded to anybody with low income, regardless of category. The U.S. Supreme Court, however, found that the federal government could not force states to expand their Medicaid programs. So that means that states got to choose whether to expand, and so far Florida has chosen not to expand Medicaid. So that means anyone with income below 100% of the poverty level who is unable to qualify for Medicaid or marketplace subsidies is in the coverage gap. People in the coverage gap are not entirely without options. There are financial assistance programs with charitable hospitals. They're required to provide financial assistance to anyone with income below what's called 200% poverty level if they're uninsured. Patients only have to pay small copays for doctor's visits. They can also be referred to specialists, get lab work, prescriptions, and ER visits for these very low copays. In North Broward, you can go to Broward Health. They have the moped program. And in South Broward, you can go to Memorial Healthcare, Memorial Primary Care. Patients can only see doctors within those health systems, though. Medicaid cannot be terminated during the COVID-19 emergency period unless the beneficiary moves out of state or voluntarily withdraws. I believe at present that's up to April 2021. Medicaid's 60-day postpartum cutoff has been suspended so that pregnant women cannot lose their coverage during this public health emergency even after they give birth. Florida Medicaid covers all medically necessary services required to facilitate testing and treatment of COVID-19. Providers who participate in and are reimbursed by COVID-19 uninsured program through the CARES Act Provider Relief Fund are not allowed to bill individuals with COVID-19 who do not have health insurance. And anyone over the age of 18, regardless of symptoms, can be tested at a state-supported site for COVID-19 free of charge. A spending bill was signed into law on December 27, 2020 that included a $900 billion pandemic relief and had significant healthcare provisions. One of the biggest provisions is a federal ban on surprise medical billing that prohibits out-of-network providers from sending surprise bills to patients for more than the in-network cost sharing amount under certain circumstances. Florida already has similar legislation, but that just added federal an added federal support. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed an executive order which outlines that providers can only administer the COVID-19 vaccine to the following groups: long-term care facility residents and staff, anyone 65 years of age and older, healthcare personnel with direct patient contact, persons deemed to be extremely vulnerable to COVID-19 by hospital providers. If you fall into one of those groups, you can call to request an appointment. Note that Florida requires anyone seeking COVID-19 vaccine in the state to verify state residency. And for more information, you can go to broward.floridahealth.gov. Join us next week for February updates. Thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like help with healthcare access issues, please contact our intake paralegal, Manuela Felix. Thanks so much.